Hey guys, welcome back to episode number 2 of God's masterpiece, the cinematic creation of the universe. Last time we started to see the universe come into existence through the power of the spoken word. We witnessed the creation of light, the separation of the waters above from the waters below, the creation of the land and the seas, and at the end of it all, God said, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness." And so we were created. Now, everything was good, very good. In fact, as we read in Genesis chapter 1 verse 31. But there was something missing. Do you know what that was? Do you want to take a guess? Pause the video here if you want to make a guess. In today's episode, we're going to find out why God created day and night, why he made the sun, the moon, and the stars. So, let's get into it. Now, just before we dive in, I just want to encourage you to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, please like and share this video with your friends, especially if you enjoyed episode 1. Alright, let's get into the video now. In the beginning, when God created the earth was formless and void, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Notice that the first thing God did was to create light, because without light, we wouldn't be able to tell the difference between day and night. We need light in order for life to exist. In fact, if it weren't for the sun, which is a star, and its light, all the water on Earth would freeze, and we couldn't survive. You know, many people look up at the stars and wonder if there is life out there. Well, I have good news for you. You are a star. You were created by the true and living God, and you have the potential to shine brightly in this world. You have the ability to touch others in such a way that they can experience the love of God through you. But this can only happen if you allow God to use you. Allow him to change you into the person that he wants you to be. Now, there are millions of stars in the universe, but the sun is the only one that we depend on. There are billions of planets in space, but only Earth has life. There is something special about our planet. It is God's masterpiece. If you think about it, every single thing that God created had a purpose. Everything except mankind. Yes, animals were created for man's enjoyment. Plants were created for man's benefit. The sun and the moon and the stars, they were all created for man's guidance and for signs and seasons and days and years. But man was created simply because God desired fellowship. God wanted someone he could call his own, someone that he could spend eternity with, someone who could love and worship and praise him forever. You know, there is nothing wrong with being alone. In fact, sometimes we need to be alone in order to hear God's voice more clearly. But loneliness is not God's will for us. God doesn't want us to be alone. That's why he created woman. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And when he had finished creating everything, he looked at everything he had made, and behold, it was very good. It was good for the earth to be fruitful, and for the waters to teem, and for there to be an abundance of living creatures in it. And it was good. God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the 6th day. Then God sighed, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female, he created them. So God blessed the 7th day and made it holy, because in it, God rested from all his work that he had done. Now, just before we go, I just want to ask you, do you take time to thank God for his creation? Look around you. Look at the beautiful world that God created. Give thanks to God for the air that you breathe, for the food that you eat, for the clothes that you wear, for the home that you live in, for the family and friends that you have. And most importantly, give thanks to God for his indescribable gift, his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, who came to earth to die for you and me, so that we can spend eternity with God in heaven. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Share this video with your friends and family, and also leave a comment down below telling us what you think. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.